Hi guys, I'm Thomas.
I'm Sean.
And welcome back to Friday Reads. This is our first one for 2015, and we're going to be highlighting some new children's titles, some new children's fiction, and some new adult fiction that will be available from this weekend in our stores.
Great stuff. So the first book we're going to be looking at today is the Winnie the Pooh series. This great new edition just recently came out. It's actually a jigsaw puzzle interactive book, and basically what it's about is each page is a jigsaw where you'll take off the jigsaw pieces and you're hoping to find Eeyore's tail. It's a very cool book. Its age group is aimed to about 12 months and older, and it basically sells for 59 rand. So it's a great little book that came out recently. Definitely look out for it. It's a board book, so it's quite hard. It will last quite a while. It's definitely a solid addition to your little home library to have.
And also, that is all board book. The jigsaw piece is also cardboard, quite thick, so it's quite nice and easy for the 12 months to 2 years to be able to read and do the jigsaws as well.
Cool. And then the next two books we have is the Horrid Henry's Rules the House. It's basically 10 stories in one book, and its age group is between 6 to 9 years old. And it's all about how Horrid Henry basically causes trouble in his school days, and how he gets very mischievous and things like that. So it's a very fun little book for any boy to read.
And I'll show you the text. There is illustration aside from Tony Ross, if you can see, and the text is quite big, so it's quite great for a 6 to 9 year old boy who's just like wanting to read a quick book or starting to read and likes to, like Captain Underpants and things like that, Dirty Birdie. It's quite nice to start off with Horrid Henry as well.
Cool, and that one sells for 79 rand.
Yeah, 10 stories in one, and of course for 79 rand, a really great value for money. Definitely. And we've got lots of other Horrid Henry books in our store, so if they like this, they can definitely take a look at what else we've got.
And the next one we got here is 13 Story Treehouse, and it's illustrated and it's authored by Andy Griffiths. It's very popular. It's the same age group for the Wimpy Kids series. It's the best-selling book at the moment in Australia. The same age group that likes Wimpy Kid really likes these type of books as well, and basically it's about a bunch of kids that live in a 13-story tree house and all the mischief and interactions that go about that. Also a very popular little book. It has just reached our stores now, and it's selling for 95 rand, so be on the lookout for this. If your child really enjoyed the Wimpy Kid, and they're looking for something else that fits their type of interest, definitely try and get one of these books and see if it sparks their attention.
No, it's basically a story about two boys. One, they're both trying to write a book, and so one writes the book and one illustrates the book. And it's basically their imagination going wild about having living in a 13-story treehouse. And it's got all these crazy things like a marshmallow shooting machine that feeds you marshmallows. It's got a tank full of sharks that eats people. So it's really really great for the boys and probably the girls as well that like reading the Wimpy Kids series. It's also similar to Wimpy Kids with lots of illustrations in black and white and text, and we're sure they're going to enjoy it just as much as they've enjoyed other books for reluctant readers.
Cool. I think next we have is The Secret 7 by Enid Blyton. This basically comes out as a 6-book pack. It sells for $3.99 at the moment. As you can see how the pack looks, it looks quite cool and compact. It's a great addition to add to your child's library. It's basically about these 3 kids and their little dog that they go on all these crazy adventures with. We do sell the books individually as well if you'd like to just get your child to start off with one book to see how he progresses. The books sell individually for, I think it was 69 rand, that's correct, yeah. But if you'd like to get the whole pack, we do sell the whole pack for $3.99. It's a great addition to the library. And each story is very compelling and interesting, and it's very captivating. So yeah, definitely be on the lookout for this little set we have here.
Yeah, and the titles range in the characters going into a cave to trying to search for something. They've got them stuck on an island. They've got them stuck on a mountain trying to solve a mystery. They all got mysteries, and the kids work together with the different characters we meet in the books to solve the mysteries inside them. And you can see they've got illustrations inside them and text, and it's great for ages, we would say like 9 to 12 specifically will really enjoy these. If you're a good reader that's 8 years old plus, that also should be able to enjoy them.
Cool. There we go. And then next we've got up is the Vampire Diaries and the originals. If you're a fan of the Vampire Diaries, you'll be very familiar with this other book I have in my hands. It's a series called The Originals. It's also by Judy Pleck, who's the executive producer on Vampire Diaries. So the themes and the storylines that were from Vampire Diaries are very similar to the originals, and this one's called the Rise series. It's basically just about them, how the originals of the series came about, and how they fought for their town. Great series. It's also getting a lot of traction like the Vampire Diaries. So if you're interested in that, definitely take this, have a look at this one. It sells for $125, and there's a second book coming out probably within the next week or two. So definitely be on the lookout for that one.
Yeah, and also Julie Peck wrote this book and the series, and it's untold story, so it's nothing you've seen on TV. It's a standalone story. So if you like the show and you're looking for more of these characters, and this is a really great book to read. And if you maybe have someone who doesn't like reading but likes the show, there's a good chance they might be interested in reading this book because they haven't read that story or know that story yet from the TV show.
And then we got some nice great Harry Potters in our stores recently. They're all selling for 99 Rand each. We've got books from 1 to 6, is that correct?
1 to 6, yeah, yes. And we've got different covers. We've got this range called the Signature range. It looks like this, and that's they've got symbols on them. And then we've also got ones that look like this, the old classic looking Harry Potter. So we've got a mixture of them in our stores at the moment. These normally sell for 150 to 185 Rand each, and we got them for 99 Rand each at the moment. So it's really great if you're looking for a new set of Harry Potter books, or you know somebody who enjoys Harry Potter and hasn't got them all, or you want somebody to start reading Harry Potter. We've got them the first 6 books now in our stores for only 99 Rand each, which is really great.
It's really great value for money, and it's definitely an awesome present to consider someone, because you know it's one of the best selling series, so it's a great book to get started in.
Definitely.
And then
what we also want to quickly highlight are 3 new adult fiction titles. We've got the latest Kathy Reeks, and this title is the latest Tema Brennan crime fiction novel with her detecting and trying to solve a mystery. It basically revolves around a previous case and a previous killer from one of her back titles that she never, or backstory that she wasn't able to solve properly and catch the killer. Now the killer's back, and so in this book she's trying to find the killer that she couldn't get previously. And the title is called Bones Never Die, and but Bones Never Lie, sorry, and it's priced at 109 Rand in our stores at the moment.
Cool. And next we've got the James Patterson, the Invincible.
This one's basically almost like what's happening now in Cape Town with all the fires. This is a story about people being killed off in strange fires in their homes, and everyone seems to just been a freak fire accident, but one person is saying no, they think that there's somebody actually sabotaging and killing these people. And this is a great standalone novel from James Patterson. This we had last year in a larger format, and it actually sold extremely well. We were very surprised. And now we've got it in in a paperback format for 145 Rand, and it's available now in our stores. So definitely go take a look if you like reading James Patterson. And the last one we have is a Susan Lewis title. She always does very well for us. We have got a lot of her back titles for 59 Rand at the moment in our stores, but this is the latest one called Behind Closed Doors, and it's selling for 125 Rand. And the story is basically about I think it's a 14-year-old girl that disappears. It looks like she's run away from home, and then what happens is the one police officer involved with the search for the girl, or the investigation, she had some similar situation happen to her 20 years ago. And so now, is it true that she really ran away from home, or there's something else that made her leave or disappear? And so it's a new title from Susan Lewis, and I'm sure it'll be as good as her back titles have been. And it's, like I said, it's also in our stores now for 125 Rand. So that's it, guys. That's all our titles.
Thanks a lot for taking the time to watch us.
Yeah, the latest Friday reads. We'll be back every Friday with new books, and hopefully these are some books that might interest you to read, either for your children or for yourself, or for your parents or friends and family. So we'll see you next Friday, and thanks for visiting.
Cheers,
Bye.
guys.